Welcome to the Dr. April Jasper Show, relevant conversations for business owners of today. We are grateful to have OcuSoft as a sponsor of our show. Since 1986, OcuSoft has served the community with a unique selection of proprietary brands, from dry eye care and protection with Retain line of artificial tears to eyelid hygiene with OcuSoft Lid Scrub eyelid cleansers essential for maintaining healthy eyes. Zoria Skincare from OcuSoft offers revolutionary products for people with sensitive skin and eyes. Thank you to OcuSoft for being the #1 doctor-recommended brand of eyelid cleansers and providing patients and doctors with products and supplies to continue to keep our eyes healthy. Welcome, everyone, to the Dr. April Jasper Show. We are at the Florida Optometric Association, and this is the episode season of For Students by Students. And you may notice we have a special guest, Colby Maynard. Thank you, Colby, for joining Allison.
Thank you for having me.
So you guys are taking classes.
Yes.
And
Together.
Meaning here at FOA.
Yes, today.
Yes, today. Yeah.
But you're also in school together at Nova Southeastern University.
Yes, we are.
So you're going to ask me questions. That's the way this works. But first I get to ask you one. Colby, why did you decide to be an optometrist?
Well, I've always loved eyes. Both of my parents' best friends were eye surgeons growing up.
Oh, wow.
So I was put into it like at a really young age. We used to hang out at the office when we were kids after school. So I saw a lot of eyeballs at a young age. And I've always wanted to do a profession that made a difference in people's lives. I always knew I wanted to work in medicine in some capacity. And I think that having an impact on people's vision is just really important, and it has a purpose. And I was a tech and I loved it. I love going to work every day. So
I love it.
Well
Allie?
said.
Yes.
Very
Have
well
you guys
said.
had fun working together in school?
Yes. So much fun. We share a brain cell is what we like to say to everyone who doesn't know us. We study very similarly. So what we've been doing is the classes that I've taken already that she hasn't, as an e-student, I've taken a lot of her classes already. So I will give her my study guides that I've made because we study very similarly. So all of my condensed study guides, I'll give them to her to use to help her with her classes.
Good.
And then for some of the new classes, she'll make some of the study guides. So we basically split the work.
Oh,
and
that's
it's
great.
really benefited both of us.
Yeah.
So
We had Dr. Amanda Aker and her husband, Dr.
Yes.
Garcia.
We saw them yesterday.
Yeah, we had them on the show, and they actually told us that's how they did things. So
Really?
they would study separately but together, create their study guides, and then get together with their questions. They wrote their own questions each separate and reviewed together. So and they really felt like having the two of them to study together made a huge difference. So I'm glad you found each other.
It's definitely advice I give for incoming OD students. Find somebody that studies like you.
Find your what'd you call
other
yourself?
brain
Other
cell.
brain
Our
cell?
other brain cell. Yes.
Yes.
That could be your motto. That could be the title of this one.
Yes.
Find your other brain cell.
That's good. All right. So now I will let Colby start.
Yes.
Okay.
Ask me a question.
So I guess one question I have is, how did you deal with the transition from optometry school to being an actual optometrist? We were just speaking to somebody after a lecture, and they said it was crazy because you're surrounded by all of these optometry students all day, and then you go into practice and you're sort of all of a sudden all by yourself.
Yeah.
So I guess was wondering how that was for you.
Well, you have two things that you could do. One, you could go into practice with somebody else.
That's true.
Then you will never be alone. But if you do go into practice by yourself, then I will tell you my first day, I did a residency. So I went from being a student to now being a resident, and I loved that because I had a preceptor. I had other students, other doctors. I guess by that time we were doctors.
Yeah.
So that was really fun. But the bad news is then I still had to go through that whole jump of being alone.
Right.
And I was honestly terrified. The first day, I just thought, I don't know what to do. I even called my residency director, Dr. Scott. Scotty, if you're listening, you remember this. I called him because I had a patient coming in with a chemical burn.
Ugh.
And I said, Scotty, I don't remember what to do. What do I do? And first thing he said was, April, you got this. And he totally
Thank you, Scotty.
calmed me down and said, you tell me, what do you do? And the thing is, you guys, I had done it a million times, not a million, but a lot.
Yeah.
I knew what to do. And if I needed help, I had the book right there to tell me. But you do go through that moment of, it's just me now, and I make this decision.
Yeah.
So you will have a moment of just a little bit of panic, and then you do what you're doing right now in school, which is you breathe.
Just take a deep breath.
You picture success, which is what Allie and I have talked about on previous episodes. Picture what success looks like. When that patient is in and done and everything's perfect, what does that moment feel like? And then that just calms you down so that you can go back and do what you are being taught right now, and that is think through what your protocol is going to be for that event.
Okay.
So it will be weird, but then the other thing is, so I told you one thing, you could just be in practice with somebody else. 2, know how to calm yourself down out of any moment of panic. But then the other part of 2, call a friend.
Call a friend.
You guys have cell phones.
That's true.
You can pick up a phone. You can text somebody. You could probably chat with someone via some other method by then. 3 years is like forever.
Yeah, it's forever. Yeah.
And call a friend, because it really does make a difference. Don't let yourself be alone is really the lesson there.
Yeah.
You're only alone if you choose to be. Otherwise, you've got everybody you are building friendships with right now.
Okay.
Good advice.
That was perfect.
And don't be
Yeah, that was perfect
embarrassed.
answer.
So here's the only reason I would have never, there are moments I wouldn't call a friend, because I thought, oh my gosh, I should know what to do. I don't want them to know that I'm having this moment. And that's an April problem. You guys don't have that problem. You recognize that, hey, I am awesome and I'm okay, but that doesn't mean I have to know everything and I can't call a friend.
Yeah.
I definitely had a problem, and I've worked myself right out of that problem.
Thank goodness.
All right, Allie, you have one?
Yes, I do have one. So a student that was here with us actually had this question for you. She's
Okay.
in classes with us today. She wanted to know, as a business owner, you came into the business, into the practice, and it took off, and you're doing amazing things with it. Where did you get the knowledge for the business side of things? Because owning your own practice isn't just optometry. You have to know how to do all the rest of it too.
Yes.
So she wanted to know where you got that knowledge from.
So the question is, if you go from being educated in how to be an optometrist to now owning a business, how do you do that, and how do you do it well?
Right.
And it isn't something that typically happens overnight. So some people will go get an MBA. I did not do that. I definitely have a husband that has a finance degree, so that made a big difference.
Helpful. Okay.
That was helpful. But I spent every minute that I could learning one thing at a time as to how to run a business better. And I don't stop until I figure it out. And so what a lot of people don't realize is, and right now it's not true for you. Let me say what I was going to say, and then you'll see why I say it's not true for you now.
Okay.
What a lot of people don't realize is there's a lot of free time in their life. There really is. So
Yeah.
once you're done with school, you can't even imagine this right now, but you will have many hours of free time that you can either waste on social media and on television and on all the other things that could be, or you can recognize the areas that you know you need some learning and you ask other people, what resources have you used?
Okay.
The best thing you can do, though, is look for a business that is really good and is run well. Look for someone that will help you get through it. And if there isn't a someone, then what you need to do is you need to hire a someone.
Okay.
And don't be afraid to spend a little bit of money. I was just talking to another doctor 10 minutes ago, telling him he's wondering how he's going to go. Because the other thing that you guys mentioned, I went from corporate practice to then buying a practice,
Right.
and having to learn all of that and build my practice. You can struggle along on your own and take 10 years to get to a good place where you're making a decent amount of money, or you can hire someone
Right.
and you can move this along in 6 months. And so again, that someone is going to be important. So I help a lot of people. Full disclosure, I consult with doctors and I help them get from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds instead of, whatever the longest amount is. And that's important. So I think that it's a great question. Don't worry about it now is what I would say. You just get through school. You do what you guys need to do to be awesome doctors, because then that will be automatic. And your awesomeness in the field of optometry will be automatic.
Right.
Then what you do is you figure out the business side, and you either have a mentor that you can call on and say, what's the first thing I should do? Or you hire a consultant that can walk you through all the details. And you probably will only need, like most of my clients, they only need a year or two of me, and they're pretty good. And then after that, it's just a little bit of help here and there when they have a question, and they can call and we can walk through it. And just knowing you got someone right there that you can reach out to say, I don't know what to do about this, I've never faced this before, is really important.
Okay.
86% of people with dry eye cases are MGD related, but only 16% of the people, I guess, seek treatment. What are their options?
I think what happens is, in my experience, again, 30 years of doing this, is that patients just try to self-medicate. And so then you go into what is another option that we have that we can do in office for patients to alleviate their symptoms and clear this problem. And that's where Tixel comes into place. So
tell us about it.
Yeah, what's wonderful about it is an FDA cleared device that allows this thermomechanical action to actually go to the root cause of the problem, those meibomian glands, and be able to help patients to go back to a normal secretion of oils, thereby helping them to have better eye comfort and alleviate their dry eye symptoms.
Well, perfect. Thank you.
So you've got options. There's a lot of options out there.
Yeah.
And you just call me when you need something and I'll help you.
Okay.
But maybe,
of course, I hope so.
Yeah.
maybe you'll be practicing together. Who knows?
Maybe
the brain cells.
future
The
holds.
one brain cell.
The one brain cell.
Because I can't have half a brain cell in my
No.
office.
Oh my gosh, Mom.
That would be awful.
That would not be good.
That was slightly offensive. That's fine.
So let's leave everybody with some words of wisdom, some encouragement, and we're speaking to your fellow students.
Yes.
So now there's someone that's just starting optometry school. What would you, Colby, say to them when they're in panic mode?
Which is going to happen, by
It's
the way.
going to happen. Yeah. Take a deep breath. There was a lot of times my first year that I'm just finishing up now where I was like, I don't think I can do this. Like, this is hard.
Yeah.
You will get through it. All of the schools, I'm under the impression, have a really great support system. All the students are also struggling. So connect with your students, be open with each other about having a difficult time, because I guarantee you everybody's having a hard time. Support each other, find a good support system, and just breathe your way through it. You will be successful. We'll all be optometrists.
Yes, we will.
Eventually.
And know you're not alone, right?
Yeah.
Don't you guys agree? Mm-hmm. And I've watched Allie closely because she's been around me.
Yeah.
So I've seen those first days of, oh, this is awesome, I can do everything, to, oh boy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And then coming back up to, I got this.
Yeah.
And I think that, what would you attribute some of that getting back to this, I got this?
I mean, I would say I definitely struggled a little bit more my first year because I didn't have as close of a connection with my fellow students.
Yeah.
And then I actually met Colby. So actually 1 year ago when you entered, we met. She saw me screaming my lungs out like I usually do. Everyone knows that I'm just a loud person in general. She saw me being super loud and extravagant in lab, and she said, okay, I should probably meet her, but I'm scared. I don't know what to do. So she came right up. We made friends, thank goodness. Yeah. And so I will say, after meeting her and finding that other person that you can really rely on, and you can text at 2:00 in the morning, you're like crying, screaming, you're ready to just give it all up. And then you have to have that someone who goes, okay, shut up. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're gonna be okay. I need you to breathe.
Yeah.
And you'll just be fine.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing for her. So I think you just need to find that one person or two people or three people or whoever it is that's just going to make sure that you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And you need that in your family though too.
Right.
Like who you're living with.
True.
You need to have that at home because if you don't have it at home and at school.
Yeah. No, that's true.
It's not going to work.
And I think the school did a pretty good job in orientation of telling the families, look, they're going to need you. You better be there for them. But I think it's a good reminder to anyone who's listening. If a student is listening, tell your family. Yeah. You just need to be there because I'm going to call you and I might be freaking out. And your job is just to say, you got this.
You'll be okay.
And remind me to just bring it to, I'm okay. This is going to be okay.
Oh, wait. I have another thing, another really important thing. This one's really important.
Okay.
Make friends with your professors.
Yes. That is
I made her do
important.
this. She came in to the class last year and she was like, I'm just going to be quiet. I'm going to sit in the back. I'm going to just be okay. And then she met me and I was like, no, No. We're going to go right up to them. We're going to make friends. We're going to make sure they know that we're here. Because if they know you, you're basically paying these people to be your consult at all times.
Right.
And you don't want to.
And they are awesome.
Yes.
And
And
they're
they're
great.
all amazing.
Why would you not use them?
Exactly. And you don't want to just be sitting in the back of the class paying for something that you're never going to use.
Right.
So you want to make sure that you're going to them and you're asking them, what am I supposed to do? How do you recommend I do this?
Right.
And they'll help you because they don't want you to fail.
Right.
They
No.
want you to succeed. So make friends with your professors, know them. So when they're walking by, you say hi and they have a smile on
Yes.
their face.
That's good.
That's
so
a good
beneficial.
one. Yeah.
That is good. And I don't know that everybody does that. So
No.
Highly recommend.
I think too, so that goes right along with the last thing I was going to say, which is I think a lot of people, when you just get started, you think that you are on an island by yourself. And this is a competition
No.
between
No.
you and everybody else. And it's not.
It's not.
In the end, it's all about all of you making it.
Yeah.
And where I saw Allie change was when she started being more concerned about other people too. And it's
She's
not
great
that
about
she's
that.
not a nice person. I mean, Allie loves everybody,
Yeah.
but you get so panicked that
Yeah.
all you can do is
Shut down.
shut down
Yeah,
and go
pull in,
protect
just
me.
Forget.
And that is not who you are. And it's not who anybody really should be. So I think it's a great lesson for you guys now that will help you in life. I truly believe that when you find ways to bring value to other people, you will always win. You will always benefit.
Yeah.
And it makes a world of difference. And I saw the change when you guys started to do that together even.
Thanks, Colby.
You're
Fine.
All right, you guys, this was awesome. We had a great discussion. We learned a lot from each other.
Yes,
Yeah.
so much.
It's great to know Allie's screaming in lab as her mama.
Always. All of my
Perfect.
lab
Screaming
preceptors.
important things, though. Things that we
Oh.
all need to know.
Yes.
Everybody should scream at.
I've had two
Yeah.
professors tell me already that as soon as they met me, they knew they were either going to love me or hate me because of my personality. They love me.
Good.
Purpose.
I love that.
Yeah.
You guys just know I'm always here for you. So is everyone that's listening. So you can reach out to any of us. Everybody just wants you to be successful. And whatever you do, never give up. When you need a break, take a break. And then get right back on it.
Always.
Always.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. So good to be here with you again.